with Jay. We going on his trip, his church trip with him, and enjoy his day. He tell us it's gonna be a good trip, so
Senior trip.
a senior trip. So we're gonna go and check it out.
Please report any safety and security issues promptly to your Sunwell conductor, security personnel, or enlázela de inmediato a su conductor, personal de seguridad o el embajador de Sunwell.
It's like never ending.
Apparently she never been to New York because this is not loud.
We gotta hop the fence
Senior trip, senior trip.
Exactly, I'm a junior.
You'll be arriving in
right on place, and I thought, like
Three levels.
Wow. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited. 3 levels. We've seen this in New York.
yeah, they're expensive to train.
You don't want a table?
I'll sit by the window. Let me get the window. Yeah, see the restaurant across the street.
They probably, I wonder if they made reservations before.
I didn't know if there's a place to sit by the boat.
Well, yeah, but you gotta go down that hill.
Oh, no, I don't go down there.
Yeah, you have to go down the hill.
Can't do it.
Okay.
You have fun.
Yeah, okay, honey. And I'll go with my right back to the lady.
Okay.
That's okay.
Haven't said that in a while either. Let's hear it for Jim, because I've been talking to Jim about putting this together. Nobody There you go. Well, thank you so much for doing this. Anybody coming back? I've done this before. A couple of you, welcome back, guys. Don't tell them anyone. Anyway, I am Tom, so this would obviously be your Tom Cruise that you're taking. I know it goes downhill from there. Definitely, if you have questions, so much more fun. You know, we're going to be on 3 different lakes. This one's called Lake Osceola. It's named after the famous Seminole Indian leader. They took land in the long before Water Park was here. It was the only camp through the shores of these lakes, and loved it here. This breeze feels good, but it's still Florida. So I'm going to get the air conditioner going, get this thing moving. If you got hats on, hang on to it. Okay, good. Well, this is not real air conditioning, my friend. You're okay. Yeah. I will tell you, if you've done this trip before, I am so glad that first of all the weather came through. I've got plenty to meet them, but we are going the opposite direction only because the weather's over here. We're going to get away from that as fast as we can. So if you've done it before, it's a little bit in reverse. I don't know if anybody on board's new to Winter Park. I don't know what your plans are, but such a neat little town. Tons to do here. The best thing is taking the boat tour, so it's brilliant there. But we do have, amongst other things, I don't know if you guys are doing this, we have 3 very unique museums. By far the most famous is the Morse Museum on North Park. The time is at 2 o'clock. They want you in these museums by the Venetian Canal. It looks like the lumberjacks that dug it had a few cocktails before they did. Doesn't go straight at all. The lawn to the right of it has that statue which faces north. We call that Southern Exposure here on Lake Osceola. Last hour when I came through here, these buds were in flower form. So those are water lilies. They bud in the morning, which opens up for 4 hours, closes up again at 1:30. Big storm last night. She is the owner of this house, but she does almost all the work here. She's so excited. But also in the park, you can see right here, we have that little 6-column concrete structure. It's called an exedra, which in Greek means 6-column concrete structure, basically. And it's used primarily for taking pictures. Y'all might want to do that, but a lot of small weddings are held there too. Back to downtown, so we're the first planned community in Florida. And then Rollins College, which we'll see, quite a bit of, started 4 years later, and I'll talk about it. The year after Rollins started, the largest hotel in the state was built where the museum on Osceola sits today. The Seminole Hotel, Rollins College, and the train are the big factors in the park. But to me, they just would have never developed it here if the lakes were sitting here. So I think the lakes are the best part, for sure. Right here, we got it. We're always in this now at the same time, except when we go back. So we're kind of messing up there. Perfect, guys. Thank you so much. I think we went opposite we usually do.
I was saying, I thought I read the.
Yeah, I think you read it right. We never do this when we look after the rain. But thanks. We got it. 3 bucks. We used to have a bunch of gators that pulled most of them. Pulled them out of here about 30 years ago. When we talked about Tom Hanks, I was telling you, he starred as Fred Rogers in that movie, and I think I also mentioned that Fred Rogers was a Rollins grad. So we'll talk a little bit about that in the movie, but Rollins has had quite a few actually pretty famous graduates, but Fred is the one. Let's see, sorry guys. Yeah, Fred's the one that talks about by far the most. His degree was in music. He got it in 1951. He actually grew up outside Pittsburgh in Detroit, Pennsylvania. First year of college, he didn't go to Rollins. He went to Dartmouth for 1 year and didn't like it. So he transferred to Rollins, and what he did, he brought his piano down here, which he wanted to put in his dorm room, and Rollins wouldn't let him do it. So his parents bought the house up to show you, put the piano inside there for him. So to see the beautiful neighborhood he was always talking about. They always do a lot to honor him. I don't know how much time you have, but Rollins is such a pretty campus. And if you did walk through it, right next to their chapel, I'd love to talk about that later, they built a statue last year. And it's not just Fred. It was going to be only Fred, the artist, once he heard the story about him. Convinced Rollins it should definitely represent Fred. Fred's really great job. And I think it's great. It worked out well. It really worked out well for the sculptor, because instead of getting $250,000, you got $750,000 for it. But yeah, if you're ever on campus, it's right next to the chapel. He was a world-renowned sculptor who retired to Winter Park in 1950, and he lived in that yellow house back there with his wife. When he passed away, she left the house and gardens as a shrine in the museum to him. You know, great museum, but it's pretty here. So they hold a lot of events on that lawn. In my opinion, the most important event they ever had was my daughter's wedding, which I'm still paying for. No, not really. Pay for it. And I told you the story of that house they cut down, floated across the lake. I told you there's probably an event there tonight, so it's right here. They just put this, chairs up for that. Two of my favorite trees in this strip we're coming to. On the left side is a 300-year-old live oak with all that Spanish moss and resurrection fern. That goes across the canal to what they say is the oldest pine tree in Winter Park, which used to be a pine forest. It's right here. It's about 150 years old. Pointed out, quite a few of our bald cypress, which I think I mentioned. We have some in Florida, 1,000 years old. And you probably noticed that they kind of really do well in water, the ones that were actually growing in the lake. And that's because of the root system. Over here to the right, you can see roots sticking up, which are part of the roots of these cypress trees here. They're called cypress knees, and they give oxygen to the cypress trees below the water and also support the tree. That's kind of why they live in water.
Actually, from Florida, the Footwear is pretty historic. They started this in 1938. So 84 years. They run it every day. It's going to come back on every day except for Christmas Day and bad weather. So,
there we go. So we're back. The boat tour is considered to be the oldest continuously run tourist attraction in the whole state of Florida. I know I am not the original driver. I just kind of look like it. But you guys have been wonderful. I'm so glad, Jim, especially that we got this in. I know I was kind of concerned today. And thank you for doing this. I appreciate y'all. And definitely enjoy Winter Park. I hope I gave you some ideas. And come back and see us. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yay, we almost made it.
You enjoyed it, Jay?
Yeah.
Was good? Very interesting?
Yeah. Nice tour. Nice tour.
Okay.
Ready, welcome back, folks.